Hi, I'm Doug Barber, sports writer with the Sun Herald.
I'm Patrick Magee, sports writer for the Sun Herald, and we're the sports guys.
And we're going to be talking about some of the big high school football games this weekend on the coast. I'm going to be talking about the Gulfport at Ocean Springs game and the Hancock at Biloxi game.
I'll be talking about Moss Point Bay High and Van Cleve Poplarville. The Moss Point Bay High game, Moss Point's got a little bit on the line here. If they win, they're in the playoffs. Bay High is still in the running, but they have to win by over 9 points to put themselves in the discussion to kind of solve any issues as far as it applies for their postseason fate. Bay High's playing a little bit better. They're playing better for Coach Jeff Hopgood. Moss Point, I think, is improving. They look like a team that's going to be dangerous in the postseason. I think Moss Point is going to win at Bay High on Friday night. I think maybe by 10 points or so. Bay High will put up a fight, but I think Moss Point is a team on the rise at this moment. I see them winning. As far as Van Cleve Poplarville has really been really one of the surprises, but I mean, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. They put up a bunch of points, but they really put it together as a team. Van Cleve is improving. Walter Williams is well over 1,000 yards at this point, but what's really key for Van Cleve is Parker Bork, the quarterback, is back, and everything's really working as far as their offense goes. Van Cleve is another team that's had a little rough at times in the regular season, but I see them doing well in the postseason. But I see Poplarville pulling this one out.
Yeah, that game, Walter Williams, Malik Lucas from Poplarville, great running back matchup. Gulfport Ocean Springs has, I think, over the past decade been some fantastic games. I know I've listed the 2004 Gulfport Ocean Springs games as one of the greatest games I ever saw. I believe it was 42-35. Just an incredible football game. That's the year Ocean Springs went to the state championship game. I'm expecting similar things in this game, although not as high scoring. Ocean Springs just had that little something to win these games, 17-14, 17-15, squeak one out against Hancock. They just had it. Gulfport has a very talented team. Last 2 weeks, lost 2 games in overtime. That can fire you up where that can kind of take its toll. This game's in Ocean Springs. I just got to go with the Hounds to take this game. The Biloxi-Hancock game on the surface, you might be going, why has he talked about that as being a big game? Well, Hancock's on the verge of having a winning season, making the playoffs for the first time in eons, maybe since the Brett Favre days. Wow. So they have to beat Biloxi. They have to beat Harrison Central in the final game of the season. I'm just thinking Hancock's on a real roll. Biloxi just hasn't been able to deliver in district play. And I'm thinking Chase Fagan, over 1,000 yards rushing, about 2,000 passing. That's just going to be too much for Biloxi to overcome. Real high-scoring game, unlike the Gulfport Ocean Springs game, something like 42-35 Hancock. And so, it's all part of a great thing where we're trying to see who's going to be, where they're going to be in the playoffs or whether they're going to make it in the playoffs. So great weekend to see some high school football. We'll see you out there on Friday.